Hello, and thank you for joining us for the Black Hills AI webinar, Otto Users Workshop. A recording of this episode and the slides will be made available on the Black Hills AI YouTube channel, as well as the Black Hills AI website. Feel free to enter any questions using the Q&A feature in the Zoom menu. We invite you to follow us on LinkedIn and visit the Black Hills AI website to learn about our other webinars. And with that, I'll turn things over to Jim.
Good afternoon or good morning, depending on where you're at. Thanks for joining us today. I can see the names of a few people joining us, and it's good to see your names. And also on the call today, I don't know if she was expecting to speak, but I'll just let you know that she's on the call. Her name is Lori Brown. She's a salesperson here with Black Hills. And if you have any questions about, getting signed up for a trial or whatnot, Lori'd be happy to help you. And if you're interested in it, if you're not already set up for a trial and you're interested in one, or you want to follow up to get things going, you can always email Lori at lbrown@blackhills.ai, lbrown@blackhills.ai, or you can also email sales@blackhills.ai, and we'll get you taken care of. So I'm going to try and keep us to a half an hour today. I have one primary skill that I want to show you. It's one that I just actually created this morning in anticipation of this. And you'll see that one right here, draft patent application. And if you're interested in this, just reach out to us and we can send you over the text and walk you through how to generate your own skill as well. So maybe I'll show you that as well, and how you can generate your own skill. So why don't we go ahead and get started? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to invoke this skill. This is just by clicking on skill library. And I'm going to click on the skill that I want to invoke, in this case, draft patent application. You'll see over here, there's a scenario that's drafted out on what to do. This one is set up to draft you a patent application based on whatever you upload to it. And that can be a set of claims and a disclosure document. It could be just a disclosure document. It could be a disclosure document and a transcript of an invention disclosure meeting. And you upload these documents. So why don't I go ahead and do that real quick? I'm going to upload a couple things. I'm going to upload an invention disclosure and a set of claims. And these are documents that I've used before when we did the attorney versus Otto webinar. I don't know, maybe when did we do that? In December, maybe. This is the invention disclosure we had, and then these were the claims that were drafted by a patent attorney. So I'm just going to upload those, and they're going to be uploaded, and Otto is giving them a read over to see what's going on, see what's in there. And it says Apple here. This disclosure, for those who don't know, this disclosure was generated based on a issued Apple patent from like 2005 or something like that, 2004, something that's kind of old. Okay, so they've been uploaded. You see the invention disclosure. That's what it needs in there. Okay. So then the skill is going to tell it if there's no claims uploaded. Well, okay, so we do have claims, so it shouldn't draft new claims. And then it's telling it what the patent specification should look like, what should be included, and further prompts to tell it to go ahead and do those various things. So let's go ahead and, so after it drafts the application, when I'm asking it to generate an image, a flow chart, and then to draft a description of the flow chart. So let's go ahead and give it a whirl. We will, please generate the patent application. Now, The output from this, as with anything else that we generate using AI in particular, our AI tool, Otto, you want to make sure you read it before you file it. You want to make sure that it's accurate. You want to make sure that it's thorough, complete, and everything. Make sure that it is actually worthy of filing. And really what this is a draft, and you'll need to edit it, need to mark it up, change it, expand on it, and so on. But you'll see that this is quickly generating a fair amount of text that is very relevant to exactly what it is that you're working on. Now, this skill, if I keep working with it, I'll keep refining it further. I know that for my days working and actively prosecuting, drafting and prosecuting patent applications, I have a set of stock language that I typically include in patent applications. And what I'll do with this skill is I will, keep refining it to match, what I need, what I want, what include the boilerplate or whatnot that I use in maybe all of my patent applications, or certain types of patent applications, or maybe I have a client that wants certain boilerplate or certain types of text or certain drafting formats for their patent applications, and I can generate a skill that incorporates those. I can generate it as one skill for all my clients, or I can generate it as a different skill for each client. You tailor it to the specific needs. Then, of course, you can set up another skill that you can use to quality control your applications, which I don't have one of those now. Maybe that'll be the sample skill that we can generate together today to do quality control on the different things that I draft. And in particular, with regard, in this sense, with patent applications. So I can set up a skill that reviews patent application drafts to make sure that my pet peeves or the client's pet peeves or certain terms like maybe patent profanity or whatever, you can proof for those using the skill. And so that when you draft patent applications, you can apply it to your own drafts, or when your associates or others draft applications or office action responses for you, you can apply those before reviewing them, or even better yet, you can share the skill with them so that they can apply it before they even send a draft to you. So, oops. So why don't I scroll up and look at this? Excuse me, I'm going to put on mute so I can cough. Okay, so we asked it to generate a title and a background section, summary, detailed description, the full patent application, and it did it. And it's not, necessarily, like I was saying, exactly what you'd want to file, but it is a good cure to that blank page that's staring back at you. And you get this with doing, very little. All we've done here is draft some claims and upload the invention disclosure. Here, because we already have the claims over here on the left, the tool didn't recite all the claims, but that tells you where to paste them in. Now, we asked it to generate a method figure as well. This would potentially be figure 1. And that's based on, based on the text of right here. Let's see, where did it go on a method claim? Text determining, generating. So this is based on claim 29, I believe. So anyway, you can, from this, you can make it bigger. You can print it, or you can download it as a PNG file, or you can copy the Mermaid code. What this is what we're doing here is we have the ability to generate figures in a markup language called Mermaid. It kind of does it in the background. You can see it right here. And then you can then get those as PNG files, which you can download. And then PNG files are a format that you can paste into other things, a Word document or whatnot. You can download them directly. But you can also do some other things with those figures. So let's say it doesn't have any reference numbers. And I forget exactly the best way to do it, but let me just give you an idea of a couple things you can do. So say you want that figure in a left to right format. You can say, please regenerate the flow chart from left to right. If that works, that should work. Yep, that'll work. Yep. Okay. Please regenerate if that's what you want. Top down. So we'll do that, and then we'll play it a little bit differently. Please add a reference number to each starting at 102 and increment number 2. See if that works. I did say in the flow chart, it might be confused, but that's okay. We can, oh, here we go. Maybe it's going to work. See what this looks like. How about that? There we go. Now, we can refine this a little bit further, play with it a little bit more and get it exactly how we like. We can ask it to underline the text and so on, but I think you get the point. And then what I'm going to do now is let's get this over to a Word document. I'm going to create a new Word document. I'll share this and share my screen here in a moment. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy all the text. Oops. How about that? I'm going to make everybody motion sick just by watching the screen today. And then one moment. I'm going to download the figure. All right, so now I'm going to change what I'm sharing. Okay, resize it a little bit for you. So I have the title, but we talked about this last time a little bit, and let me see if I can zoom in so you can see it a little bit better. So where it says title, you can kind of see a gray background. I'm going to show you how to get rid of that again. Go back out here. What you want to do is you want to highlight the text that you care about. And we're going to click on this table tool, select borders and shading. We're going to go to shading where it says fill. We're going to say no color. You want it clear. Select OK, and it's gone. You can do that again down here. Table tool, borders and shading. Go to shading and select no color. Make sure it's clear. And it's all gone. Okay. Oops. I copied the wrong figure over. Let me grab the right one. Let's see here. All right. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Oh, I was clicking on the wrong thing. That's why. There we go. All right. So here's the figure that came over. I just need to make that a little bit smaller. And I can center that. And go to the bottom. Oops. You could also paste this into Visio, or you can give it to your Illustrator to put into, whatever drafting tool they use. Yeah, so now we have figure one, and then the flow chart. You can just edit this figure, edit this text for the figure. I won't bore you with doing that right now. Move that out of here. If I go up to the specification where figure one would go, say for example right here, I just paste it in. And there. We have everything over in here. We'll get rid of that. Let's just maybe format it a little bit. Paragraph, line spacing 1.5. One first paragraph there. First line. Yeah, there we go. And we have, a good start on our patent application. We've spent all of about, I don't know, maybe 5 minutes getting there. And then you can start editing from there. But like I said, you can tailor this these skills to specifically what it is that you want to do, and add your own boilerplate and so on, and it'll fill it in. You may have some boilerplate you put at the intro right after your detailed description, talking about the different, inclusive or exclusive terms you use, and maybe some basic system language if you're talking about computers and so on. So then the claims here, you would, because I had the claims in a separate document, it didn't reproduce them, so I paste in the full claims. But yeah, very quickly I have, take out, I guess there's an extra page in here. Very quickly you have like 4 pages of application plus the rest of the claims. So you're probably your page count increases pretty rapidly, and you're well on your way in getting your patent application drafted. So let me cancel this share. Stop share. And then I'll go back to my browser. If I can find it. I think it's this one. There we go. Okay, so let's do this one more time. Actually, let me see here. I think I already did it here with the same document. Oops. Not that one, it's this one. Okay. Is this the right one? Okay. All right, let me just start over here. We'll go to the same skill, but this time we are just going to upload the disclosure. We'll upload that. We're going to say, please generate the application. Okay, so it uploaded. It's ready to go. I have my prompt. And this is just the disclosure, no claims uploaded. Gives you a warning that, hey, I don't have any claims. And because it didn't have any claims, it's coming out just slightly different, but it still does a reasonable job getting you started. And this is before you would, potentially before you even talk to the inventor. And yeah, we'll have to have it come back and draft those dependent claims there. Okay, please draft these two. Gives you a disclosure that, or a disclaimer that hey, those claims. And again, these are claims drafted just from the disclosure, so they may or may not be the claims that you want to use. But from minimal input, you can get a pretty reasonable output. And if you upload a recording or a transcript of an invention disclosure meeting, you're going to get even more. It's going to be more accurate, closer to more well-informed, and give you more alternative embodiments and so on. And again, this is the skill that I just generated this morning. I don't know, I took the shell of something I had already and modified it a bit. And I don't know, maybe I had an hour into it, certainly not more than an hour. And with a little bit more time, it would, be refined even further. So yeah. So once this finishes up here, what I'll do is that what we can do is we can just start talking about how to generate a skill. Let's see, and I can't see if there's any questions. Let's see, I don't see any questions yet. If you have any questions, feel free to submit them at any time, and I'll answer them live if I can. Okay, so there you go. That is all generated from just the disclosure. Oops. Okay. So let's go over to the skill library. Let's see what we want to do. Actually, let's just start with a new project. Let's go new project. And I want to teach you the skill. Let's see, let's do it like this. I'm going to upload a document. Let's see, what kind of document do I want to upload? Let's just stay on this. Since we're thinking about this, let's just stay on like the same topic, invention disclosure. Click upload. While it's doing that, we can start talking here. You start telling it what you want it to do over here on the left. You draft a patent application based on the uploaded documents. Please include the following sections. Title. Oops. Over here, the title should be no more words and provide and you could copy a lot of this even directly from the MPEP if you wanted. The next thing we need is a title. We need a background. Keep hitting tab. A brief prior to okay, and let's just execute that. Please draft the patent application. Okay. See what it does. And it's going to know some of what to do just based on what it already knows about drafting patent applications. but by generating the skill, you're telling it exactly what you want. So the first thing I would probably do, just looking at this, is like I may only want a 1-paragraph background section. So I would tell it like, hey, give it to me in 1 paragraph. So I can start refining this as I go. Yeah, this is giving me a dissertation on what was done before. Yeah. Yeah, see, it knows what else it would need. But it hasn't done it yet because I haven't asked it. Okay. So I have this. If I click teach skill, it takes what I had on the left. Let me show you again. It's over here on the left. When I click teach skill, it adds it to the description here. And it filled these in automatically. You can change these. You can edit these however you want. Practice area. I can start typing patent drafting. There we go. Patent drafting. Everything's filled out. Let's give this a that way I put that exclamation mark so it'll show up on the top of my list just to make it easier to find. Hit confirm. It's saved. I go over to skill library and it's right here at the top. If I want to go back into it, I click edit. The thing I can do or I don't need to do is share with team. I had it checked by default. Maybe I don't want to. I don't want to share this one actually because it's still in development. I hit confirm. And there, I have a new skill. So when I click on it, it invokes this skill. It has it on the left. And then I want to upload documents. And we'll get that invention disclosure again. We'll try it once more. See if it does it with a 1 paragraph. Please draft the patent application. Do that. Do this 1 paragraph. Yep. Give it to me in 1 paragraph that time. So again, you want to review it and make sure that, it's not including anything in there that should instead be claimed or described in the detailed description. You're not giving it away in the background section. But yeah, so that's 2 things today that I've shown you how to do. Is one, use a skill to draft a patent application. And I showed you how to start defining your own skills. And we could take this out and refine it further. But yeah, so we can go from there. If anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer them. We're at a half an hour and I'm happy to stay on longer, but I wanted to hit those 2 topics today. And in our next session, our new playbook functionality should be available by then, and I can walk you through how that works. Just a high-level overview. The way that that's changing up a little bit is right now when you invoke a skill, you start by invoking a skill, and then you have that skill with regard to the documents you upload. However, if you want to invoke another skill with those same documents, you need to start another session, upload the documents again, and just kind of start over. But what we're doing is that we're changing it so that, I have this document uploaded here. I may want to execute another skill with regard to those same documents. So then I can click on the skill library, select the skill, invoke that against those documents inside of this session, or maybe not in view of those documents, but in view of some prior output from the session you want to apply your next skill. So it should be a much more efficient way to work through, generating the output you want and letting your skills be complementary to one another rather than standalone. So yeah, I can make the draft patent application skill available. I think maybe a good way to do that in the short term, that'll take just a little bit of time to push that one out. If you want it sooner, feel free you can email me directly at jhallenbeck at blackhills.ai. jhallenbeck at blackhills.ai. Here, I'll type it in right here so you can see it. You can send me an email. If you look at the bottom of the screen, you can see my email address right there. If you send me an email, I can send you the exact text. And if you like, I can get on the phone with you and walk you through setting that up yourself. So, and again, you know, there's different things you can do to that to include your boilerplate that you want or whatnot, and refine it to meet your needs. So, yeah. So, are there any other questions? Let's see. I don't see any. All right. Well, I'll wait just a few more minutes here if any other questions come in, but that's where we're at today. I don't want to take too much of your time and keep you from getting a lunch on your own, watching me click on inside a web browser again. But if you have any topics that you'd like us to talk about in the future, feel free to email us. You can email me directly, or again, you could email Lori, and that is lbrown at blackhills.ai. Let's see, you can see her email address at the bottom now, or you can email sales at blackhills.ai. So yeah, so that's what we have today. I appreciate your time. Hope you're enjoying the tool and it's productive for you. If you have any success stories, we'd love to hear those too. So that's what we have. Everybody have a great day, and we'll see you again in a couple weeks when we do our next one. Thanks.